Hey, Sam wearing a hat, what are you playing?
I'm enjoying a rousing game of Halo.
Marvelous! What about you, Sam wearing steampunk goggles? What are you playing today?
I'm enjoying a relaxing jaunt in Bloodborne.
Glorious. So really, you guys might as well be playing the same game. So let's get a few things straight right off the bat. Yes, I know that Halo's an FPS, and I know that Bloodborne is a third-person action game. I know that Halo's set in the distant future, and that Bloodborne's set in Victorian times. Bloodborne is about a bleak and bloody hunter slaughtering monsters, while Halo is about a colorful space marine shooting aliens with plasma pistols. So on the surface, they look like complete opposites.
How can you say these two are the same? Do you have eyes?
No, I don't have enough eyes. Maybe the old ones will grant me more. Sorry. Well, what matters here is the themes that both these games deliver to the players, which, as it turns out, are actually very similar. There are three big themes that link Halo and Bloodborne: the dangers of zealotry, cosmic horror, and you, the player, being the monster. Let's start with the first one. Both games feature a world dripping in religious iconography. The city of Yharnam styled like a Gothic cathedral with high arches, wailing statues, and grand temples. Halo holds many biblical allusions in the names of its locations and characters. The most prominent enemy of Halo is the Covenant, a collection of hyper-militarized alien races united under three holy prophets: regret, mercy, and truth. The Covenant worship an ancient race of beings known as the Forerunners, or more accurately, the Covenant worship the Forerunners' technology. See, the Covenant believe that by activating Forerunner technology, namely the Halo rings, they will be sent forth to alien heaven, known as the Great Journey. Similarly, the scholars of Bergenworth and Bloodborne discovered an ancient race of beings in the catacombs beneath Yharnam, the Thumerians. From these ancient beings, the scholars learned of the Old Blood, a substance capable of curing any and all injuries or illnesses. Eventually, one scholar, Lawrence, took the Old Blood to the people of Yharnam and established a religion around the practice of blood ministration. Eventually, the people of Yharnam began to revere the Old Blood as a way to a higher level of existence, and treat it as their most holy substance, with an entire church built around it with saints, clerics, vicars, and the whole shebang. So both games feature groups dedicated to the worship of ancient remnants of powerful, long-gone races. Both these fictional religions have their own leadership hierarchy, and both view their relics as the path to salvation. But here's the thing. They are both disastrously wrong. The Covenant and the Healing Church have both built networks of faith around relics that will ultimately not bring salvation, but disaster. The Halo rings aren't some divine gate to heaven made by the benevolent Forerunners, and the Old Blood isn't a magic elixir made by the nice Thumerians. In reality, the Halo rings are weapons of mass destruction, designed to destroy all life in the galaxy, and the Old Blood turns humans into blood-crazed monsters under the dead of night. And why is this? Because both games feature cosmic horror.
Hold on, this isn't Alien Isolation or Outlast here, these are action games.
Oh good, you two have fused to criticize me more thoroughly.
Yes, that's why it happened. And for no other reason.
Well, let's be fair about this. A game doesn't have to fit perfectly into the horror genre in order to have horror elements in it, right?
You are a hive of doubt and lies. I am a monument to all your sins.
Now let's pause for a minute. What exactly is cosmic horror? Refined and popularized by author H.P. Lovecraft, cosmic horror focuses on the idea that the ordinary everyday life that you and I experience as human beings is the paper-thin lie, an illusion, designed to protect us from the ultimate truth and horror of the cosmos. In cosmic horror, humanity is tiny, insignificant, and easily destroyed by outside forces more powerful and alien than we could ever hope to comprehend. These cosmic horrors show about as much regard for humanity as a human would show towards ants flailing around at their feet. It's just insignificant to them. So what great cosmic horrors exist in these two games? Namely, the Flood in Halo, and the Great Ones in Bloodborne. The Flood is an intergalactic parasite, and all that remains of the precursors, the alien race that created the Forerunners. It's like tears there. The Flood infection swarms through civilizations, transforming those it kills into mutant space zombies and absorbing their intelligence. Eventually, the Flood combines the intelligence of all of its absorbed victims into one massive central nervous system, the Grave Mind. The Grave Mind is colossal, impossibly intelligent, and practically omnipotent as it can see and hear through every other Flood form. Realizing they had no hope to defeat the Flood, the ancient Forerunners designed the Halo Rings not to kill the Flood, but to starve it by killing its food source, themselves. When the Halo Rings were fired, all sentient life in the galaxy was destroyed, and the Flood was forced into a dormant state on the edge of death. Bloodborne's Great Ones are powerful cosmic beings, godlike in their influence and power. The old blood used by the Healing Church is actually the blood of the Great Ones themselves, and it is by mingling their power with humanity that beasts are born.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Fear the old blood.
The Thumarians initially discovered the Great Ones, and the scholars of Bergenworth followed in their footsteps. While both races worshipped the Great Ones and sought their favor, to the Great Ones both the Thumarians and the humans are little more than playthings. The Great Ones use and discard mortals as they desire, and madness awaits any mortal who learns of the Eldritch truth. So both the Covenant and the Healing Church have been unknowingly worshipping the objects of their own destruction the whole time, and both the Flood and the Great Ones are ancient, unknowable beings wielding terrible power that can wipe out everything. But despite all the dangers from the Zealots and from the cosmic horrors, there's still one thing in both Halo and Bloodborne more powerful than anything else. You, the player.
Us?
Oh, you? You're just terrifying in general. I need therapy. Yes, you are in fact the most dangerous and terrifying thing in both of these games. Let me explain. In Halo, this concept is easy enough to understand. You play John 117, the Master Chief, a super soldier trained to use any weapon, drive any vehicle, respond to any combat situation, and do things like this. Hell, you're so badass in Halo that your fellow humans are emboldened just by seeing you on the field fighting with them.
A Spartan?
And the Covenant refers to you as the Demon, and sometimes they run away from you.
Boo.
Halo makes you feel how awesome you are. But what about Bloodborne? Isn't that game famous for being incredibly hard and causing you to die over and 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 over? Yes, Bloodborne is a prolifically difficult game. And yes, the player is going to die. A lot. Here's the thing though. Whenever the player dies in Bloodborne, they return to a reality known as the Hunter's Dream. Here they can purchase supplies, level up, and go back into the waking world to hunt monsters all over again. The game also takes place over the course of just one night, and time doesn't move forward until the player completes key objectives in the world. So essentially, Bloodborne is the story of an unstoppable, immortal hunter who keeps rising from the dead until they are skilled enough to slay every monster in the game in just one night. What's more is that no matter how difficult a boss is in that game or how many attempts the player takes to defeat it, in the end the player receives the message, prey slaughtered. Bloodborne is a game where you are a hunter of monsters. You are the nightmare in the dark for these beasts. Doesn't matter if they're 10 times your size and shoot lasers out of their eyes, they should be running away in terror because you are the hunter and they are your prey. So really, both of these games put the players in the boots of unstoppable forces of destruction and gives them the power to fight both the agents of zealotry and the cosmic horrors that lurk just beyond the veil. Master Chief punches the prophets in the face, the good hunter slaughters Mikolash. Master Chief descends into the lair of the Flood, the good hunter delves deeper and deeper into the nightmare realms. Chief blows up the grave mind, the hunter kills Amygdala. Also, both of them have cute female guides that help them throughout the game. They're nice. So, hopefully by now I've made my case. Halo and Bloodborne are both fun games, but for how much fanboys like to use them as justification for hating on one console or another, they really aren't that different.
So what you're saying is, the reason we fused is because these games really aren't that different?
Looks like you two were just more similar than you thought the whole time.
Huh. Well, what do you say? Wanna play a game with us?
It'll be fun. Sure, you terrifying manifestation. Let's play a game. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun and maybe thought a little bit deeper about these two awesome games. Now the video's done, I guess I'm gonna go activate some ancient technology and chug a bottle of blood I found in a weird cave. But if you would like to do something a little bit more normal with your time, you might want to check out one of these videos that is over here on the right side of the screen. Or if you really liked watching this, why not click on the left side and subscribe to the channel. Let me say thank you again, and I hope you have a fantastic day.